Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of The Mediator with me, your host, Brian West, here to give you your top 8 comedy headlines that made it throughout The Mediator this week and throughout the months, so you can go through your week getting a laugh and being informed. Now, these stories are not meant to offend anybody or ruffle anybody's feathers, but they're only meant to add a little bit of sugar to a sour story. Let's get to the top 8 stories. Story number 1, ladies and gents. An inmate will be allowed to sit up during an execution. That's the number 1 headline that made it this week. It says an Ohio doctor has made headlines by saying that it's reasonable for a condemned killer on death row with health problems to be able to sit up during his execution. All right, let's get to the sweet stuff. Now, the doctor is said to be on the next cover of the GQ magazine, right next to Colin Kaepernick. Story number 2. It seems the former terrorist Osama Bin Laden has some pretty amazing hobbies. He did not only hate the United States, but he has some pretty amazing things he liked to get into. Now, it says after releasing classified CIA documents, it shows that Osama bin Laden, he was human after all. He not only had a family, but he also had some interest in American shows and YouTube. Now, it says we can only wonder what would have motivated someone with such a family-type atmosphere to want to kill innocent Americans and innocent people. Yes, now, the joke says that, now, these stories are not meant to offend anybody, just to give you a little bit of a sweetness on a sour situation. All right, now, after seeing old Eddie Murphy movies like Coming to America in his stash, sources say that he may have been a little bit upset because Arsenio Hall was getting all of the booty in the movie. Inside joke. He has some pornos in the pack as well. Story number 3. Like I said, these stories can get a little rated R, but stay on the train with me. Story number 3. A shakeup at Twitter. After President Trump's Twitter account went down for 11 minutes, many were left speculating what caused the outage. Now, Twitter later reported that it was due to a human error at the company, meaning some employee may have made a mistake. Now, in the 11 minutes of silence from President Trump, witnesses noticed a mushroom cloud over North Korea. Once back online, Trump later tweeted that I mistakenly pressed the button. Story number 4. A man from Illinois mistakenly shoots himself in the penis, the Johnson. He shot himself in his Johnson. Now, reports say a man in Chicago tried to rob a hot dog stand and mistakenly shot himself in his Johnson, his penis. Instead, he mistakenly shot himself in the Johnson. Whew. Now, it says when he tried to flee, he did it when he was trying to flee with the cash. So he was running with the cash, and he mistakenly shot himself in his juju. Now, after further review from the scene of the crime, authorities identified the suspect as the same employee that deactivated Trump's Twitter account. No, these stories are not true. I just make them up. Let's keep going here. All right, story number 5 that made it to the Mediator this week. A European football player is in trouble for kicking a fan. Whew. All right. It says the report says that after a heated confrontation with fans, a player apparently lost his cool and kicked one of the fans. He got it on video. It says, when asked about the incident, the soccer player reportedly told the reporter that him and the fan were just kicking it. They were playing soccer. Story number 6. Energy Secretary Rick Perry claims that fossil fuels may prevent sexual assault. Oh my God. It says, in a confusing article written about Rick Perry's defense of fossil fuels, many are left to wonder how you can relate fossil fuels to sexual assault. Now, there are some speculations circulating that the Energy Secretary may be smoking too much marijuana or medical marijuana. This stuff right here, dog, will prevent sexual assault. Story number 7. And the final 2 stories that made it in the Mediator this week, released JFK files, have also revealed some interesting things about the civil rights leader Martin Luther King. It says that in new documents released by the FBI in relation to JFK, you may find some shocking details about the civil rights leader Martin Luther King, about his sex life and social beliefs, and they also say that he had some ties with the communist parties. Listen, don't worry. Most of the photos are black and white. Segregation can be scary. Story number 8. Let's say it's basically saying that we all are human. Don't worry. Story number 8, and the final story that made it in the Mediator this week. Has the rich been avoiding taxes? I got a little cold, so I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to get this through. This is the final story. It says it seems that 400 reporters from 67 countries have come across 13.4 million documents that uncovered tax avoidance techniques by the super rich and high-ranking officials, including some people you may see on TV every day. So that means they've been avoiding taxes and putting them in offshore accounts and just finding all types of ways to scam the government. And some of them are even involved with government. Now, I don't want you to worry, though, because it seems that they were only avoiding taxes to give regular citizens like myself a discount. Well, those are our top 8 stories that made it in the Mediator this week. I want you to go throughout your week with a laugh and a smile on your face. From Dr. Feelgood, me, the Mediator. I want to thank you so much. And now remember, mediation is tough. So go to our YouTube page and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to show us some support, go to our website, www.method8inc.com, and either click something, buy something, watch something, or just, like I said, read something on the website. And don't forget to show some support. I want to thank you so much for tuning to the Mediator this week with me, Brian West. Have a good week, everybody.
If you need help, then dial your operator.
Have no fear, fellow citizens. The Mediator is here.